We're going to uncover some of the secrets behind meditation that you never knew existed. From ancient history to modern-day science, we'll dig into how this brain-bending practice has been utilized for centuries. Spoiler alert, it's not just reserved for yogis in the mountains. Get ready for a journey through time. We'll start with the earliest records of meditation and then cover how ancient civilizations and samurai have used meditation in some of the most unexpected ways. But don't worry, we haven't forgotten about the science behind it. We'll look at what modern research has to say about the effects of meditation on our minds, bodies, and overall well-being. Stick around until the end for some bonus insights to help you jumpstart your practice. And remember to hit that like button and subscribe because, let's be real, you could always use a bit more enlightenment in your life. We're going to venture back to an earlier era, all the way to 1500 BCE, when the ancient Hindu texts, the Vedas, first wrote about the practice. These texts were believed to be the collective wisdom of ancient sages and seers who received knowledge through spiritual insight and revelation. Passed down orally for generations, the Vedas were composed over a period of several centuries. Now, that sounds like an intense game of sacred telephone. Fortunately, the ancient wisdom and its details involving various meditation practices and techniques, such as breath control and visualization, eventually made it to parchment. The Upanishads, which are part of the Vedas, contain some of the earliest descriptions of meditation in Indian literature. They describe the process of withdrawing the senses and focusing the mind on a single point, such as the breath or a mantra, to achieve a state of deep concentration. The Vedas not only describe how meditation can be used for physical and mental well-being, but also convey the ultimate goal of meditation: to transcend the ego and experience a state of spiritual union with the ultimate reality of the universe, known as Brahman. Through this elevation, one can gain release from the cycle of rebirth and attain a state of spiritual liberation called moksha. These earliest written records of meditation laid the foundation for the practice, and influenced the development of the many styles of meditation seen today. The Stoics were a group of philosophers from ancient Greece who believed that the world operated in a web of cause and effect, and while we may not always have control over the events affecting us, we can control how we deal with those events. They emphasized virtue, tolerance, and self-control as the critical ingredients for a fulfilling life. Epictetus, a slave who triumphed to become an influential teacher, Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's great emperors, and Seneca, a famous statesman and playwright, were some of the headliners of this philosophical school. They taught that by understanding the nature of the universe and accepting whatever happens, one can live a virtuous and contented life. But how do you achieve that? One of the key practices they used to cultivate their outlook was meditation. For Marcus Aurelius, meditation was a way to reflect on the present moment, detach oneself from the distractions and worries of the world, and focus on the things that truly mattered. He wrote in his famous work, Meditations, that through meditation, he was able to foster a sense of inner peace, see the world more clearly, and act more virtuously. One way he did this was by meditating on his own mortality, which helped him to detach from the fear of death and find a sense of calm and acceptance. Epictetus believed that by meditating regularly, one could detach oneself from negative emotions and cultivate wisdom and integrity. He recommended a daily practice of meditative reflection on one's values and principles. He also used mental imagery in his approach, such as visualizing himself in different scenarios and role-playing how he would respond with virtue and wisdom. The Stoic philosophers from ancient Greece were respected and influential figures during their time, but it's important to note that their teachings and philosophy were not universally accepted or revered. They were one of several philosophical schools that existed in ancient Greece, and their instructions were often at odds with those of other schools. But their ideas on self-control and resilience have been adapted and popularized by self-help books and teachings. Their emphasis on accepting what you cannot control and focusing on what you can is a popular philosophy in modern times. Samurai were a class of warriors in feudal Japan who existed from the 12th to the 19th century. They were known for their discipline and strict code of conduct, emphasizing loyalty, honor, and bravery to the point where ritual suicide by disembowelment was a respected alternative to dishonor or defeat. Along with mastering the art of swordsmanship, many, but not all, samurai delved into the practice of Zen Buddhism, which had firmly established itself in Japan by the 13th century. One popular form of meditation among the samurai was called zazen, a form of Zen meditation. This practice involves sitting in a specific posture, focusing on the breath, and allowing thoughts to come and go without becoming attached to them. The aim was to help the samurai develop an enhanced mental state called mushin. The term is shortened from mushin no shin, a Zen expression meaning the mind without mind. The idea is that your mind is free of anger, fear, or ego, allowing you to face an opponent without hesitation or disturbance. Miyamoto Musashi, a legendary samurai and martial artist, was a true force to be reckoned with in 16th and 17th century Japan. Not only was he a master of the two-sword fighting style, but he also incorporated Zen principles into his swordplay, believing that true mastery of the sword came from physical skill and a clear, focused mind. With a record that claimed over 60 victorious duels without a single defeat, Musashi's reputation as a fierce warrior was undeniable. But his legacy extends far beyond his physical prowess. Alongside his expertise in swordsmanship, Musashi was also an accomplished sculptor and calligrapher. He famously retreated to a cave for 3 years to write The Book of Five Rings, a classic text on strategy and martial arts. The book is still studied and debated by martial artists and philosophers to this day, cementing his place in history as a true warrior artist. Science has shown that meditation can have a wide range of benefits for our physical health. We'll briefly go over some of the more widely known effects meditation has on our body, then cover some things you probably didn't know about its impact on our brain. Research has supported that meditation can improve our attention and focus. It can also reduce stress, as it has been shown to reduce the levels of the stress hormone cortisol in the body. Other studies have shown that meditation improves cardiovascular health with regular practice, lowering blood pressure, decreasing the heart rate, and improving circulation. It has also been shown to improve our sleep quality and enhance our immune system. While these are all remarkable and beneficial effects, the next few effects actually rewire our brains in ways that can profoundly impact our lives. According to Daniel Goleman, a psychologist and science journalist, the main goal of all meditative practices within traditional schools of thought isn't just about finding inner peace, it's also about becoming a better person. The objective is to become less selfish, more compassionate, and more caring. Imagine becoming the kind of person who's not just a joy to be around but also makes the world a better place. Someone who is nourishing. Goleman notes that this transformation can be observed in the brain of longer-term meditators, particularly those Olympic-level meditators who have practiced for 10,000 to 62,000 hours. He has found that the nucleus accumbens, a region of the brain involved in cravings and addictions, actually shrinks in longer-term meditators. This brain change seems to be related to this lack of I, me, and mine in how people behave and how they think in their emotional life. Science has found that meditation can positively impact the gray matter in our brains. Gray matter is the part of the brain that contains nerve cells and is responsible for processing information, controlling muscle movement, and regulating vital functions such as memory, attention, and emotions. Research has shown that regular meditation can increase the volume of gray matter in some areas of the brain, including the hippocampus, which is involved in memory and spatial navigation, the prefrontal cortex, which is involved in decision-making and executive functions, and the insula, which is involved in self-awareness and empathy. Not only that, but it can shrink the gray matter in the area associated with stress. A regular meditation practice can lead to an increase in alpha waves in the brain. Think of alpha waves as the golden ticket to relaxation and focus. They happen when the brain is in a wakeful relaxation, making it the perfect state for concentration and creativity. Alpha waves are also associated with several cognitive processes: creativity, memory, attention, and concentration. Regular meditators have been found to have increased alpha wave activity in the brain, giving them a mental edge over the rest of us mere mortals. It's clear that meditation can have a powerful impact on our brains and our lives. While more research is needed to fully understand the effects of meditation on the brain, the current studies provide strong evidence that regular meditation can lead to positive changes in brain structure and function. I'll leave links to a couple of studies in the description box below. There's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to meditation. Many styles of meditation offer different benefits, and we'll walk through some options you can explore. 1. Guided meditation. Find a teacher you like and connect with, and like a trusty tour guide, they will lead you through the practice. Tailor your teacher search based on desired results, some examples being stress relief or acceptance. 2. Mantra meditation. Repeat a chosen word, phrase, or syllable to increase positive vibrations and focus the mind. 3. Spiritual meditation. Connect to something greater, more profound than the self, and trust that everything happens for a reason. 4. Present moment meditation, also known as mindfulness meditation. Be aware of your surroundings, experiences, and thoughts without judgment and attachment. 5. Transcendental meditation. Sit twice a day for 20 minutes, repeating a personal mantra given by a teacher to settle into a state of deep relaxation and inner peace. 6. Vipassana meditation, also known as insight meditation. Sit in silence, focus on your breath, and note any physical or mental sensations that arise. The goal is to observe your inner self and find insight into the true nature of existence. 7. Metta meditation, also known as loving-kindness meditation. Cultivate feelings of love and compassion towards oneself and others. 8. Yoga meditation. Combine physical postures, breathing, and focus to achieve balance and inner peace. 9. Candle gazing meditation. A staring contest with a flame, except you're the only one playing. Light the candle, focus on the flame, and let the mind clear. This practice also improves concentration. 10. Chakra meditation. Focus on and balance the energy centers in the body to achieve physical, emotional, and spiritual growth. 11. Body scan meditation. Lie down and focus on different parts of the body to release tension and stress. 12. Walking meditation. Meditation in motion. An active practice where you combine movement, nature, and awareness of your body and physical sensation. Keep in mind that this is not an exhaustive list, and feel free to try different styles and see which practice or practices resonate with you. It's all about finding the right fit for you and your goals. Start with one method and give it a solid trial run. Trust us, by the end, you'll have a good idea if you vibe with that flavor of meditation or not. And remember, your mind will probably be all over the place at first, but that's completely normal. Meditation isn't about forcing your brain into submission, it's about redirecting your focus and giving yourself a break. Hold up. Before you go sprinting off to the Himalayas to burn your incense, let's talk about starting small. You don't need to meditate for hours on end to feel the benefits. In fact, you can begin your practice with just a few minutes a day. That's right, you don't have to be a meditation master to start reaping the rewards. Want a little help getting started? Check out the Insight Timer app. It's packed with a variety of practices that can be done in as little as 5 minutes daily. And if you're looking for something a little more personal, give David Nichton's Meditation for Everyday Life course a try. He's got a knack for speaking on a human level and breaking down mindfulness and loving-kindness practices into easy-to-follow steps. Trust me, he's the reason why I'm not a hot mess express right now. Just a tepid disaster. So don't let the idea of meditation intimidate you. Start small, be consistent, and you'll start noticing the shifts in your life. I'll leave the app and course links in the box below the like button, so you can get your Zen on. As you have discovered, meditation is not an esoteric practice reserved for holy people atop the mountain peaks. While it is a spiritual component in many major religions, meditation has a long and rich history of being a versatile tool for focusing the mind, improving physical health, and becoming a better person. And now, modern science is confirming what all these cultures and traditions already knew. Anyone can use meditation to improve their overall well-being. Leave a comment below and let us know which meditation practice you're using or which you would like to incorporate in your life. Peace.